personally feel that organizations need to invest time into understanding what AI is rather than just jumping and driving into the AI race, right? Because that will help them understand what they can implement AI into and what they cannot or what they need not implement it to. Talk about machine learning. I was just recently talking to another colleague of mine. I think around 10 years ago, she was doing robotic automation process. There's nothing but ChatGPT, I mean, in a smaller way, right? So it was helping, they were building bots to help users address issues in a much faster way. You don't need to call somebody, but pull up previous address issues. So AI, the new terminology of AI already exists. I mean, the new terminology has been given to robotic process automation and machine learning as AI, and everybody calls AI, right? That's a very controversial statement I'm making, but that's what people want to do, so you can't stop them from doing it. So coming to the more serious note, responsible AI is what I would really focus on. Organizations need to invest time into responsible AI. The 12 principles, starting off with transparency, you have accountability. Most people misinterpret explainability. There are different types of explainabilities. I'll come to that in due course of conversation. There are around 7 different types of explainability. And even bias. Bias is only treated as gender and culture. No way. So there are almost 8 different types of biases, and nobody, even believe me, even the large organizations, people who are developing or deploying AI systems, come and sell AI systems to you, don't even understand what we are talking about, right? It's very important that the 12 principles are understood, and you may at the end of the day use those 12 principles at different gradients, but you need to understand what it is. I think that's my biggest take on where we stand as AI. And for example, our organization's view, I think my AI team is here. We have done an excellent job. We have an AI policy. We have put together an AI policy. We have an AI literacy policy, right? We have our data processing agreements embedded in with an AI clause. We have an AI addendum for all MSAs. So we have done extensive work, and believe me, when we go to business users, they always treat us as a roadblock. But then once we start explaining to them what a small chatbot can do, right, by hallucinating the Air Canada scenario, primarily hallucinated the policy, right? So they'll say, okay, we're only building a policy chatbot, and what's the big deal? There's no PI, there's no confidential data, and so on and so forth. But what if the chatbot actually gives you wrong information about the policy, which is where Air Canada got caught, right? And AI chatbot was fined. So I think it's very important that the organization, not just people who are building it, but people who are using it, understand this, so that they facilitate in your scrutinizing scenarios. Recruitment is a classic case. Across the globe, recruitment is treated as a high-risk AI system, right? So it's important to understand how the recruitment engine flows, and say it's only an interview platform, right? What in an interview platform? What does it do? How is it looking at accents, right? What kind of representability have you taken into account? Okay, have you trained it only on Caucasian data? Have you trained it only on Indian data? Even in India, north, south, east, west, everybody has different pronunciations, and your AI bot is actually assessing you on pronunciation, clarity of communication. So how are all those taken into account? And again, coming into testing, what happens is people just use the traditional mode of testing, saying that human in the loop, so we'll test 10 cases, 100 cases to 200 cases. But with AI, the amount of data that you're processing, human testing is only a small part of it. You must use tools to be able to assess your testing credibility, the accuracy scores, the deviation scores, and so on and so forth. So it's a large portfolio, AI, responsible AI, right? People need to understand what it is my final take on this. Thank you.